Hey, welcome to Solidus Academy. Today we are covering the permission system in Solidus. Now when it comes to the permission system, there are three main concepts that you need to keep in mind. First, there is the ability. Now this is a can class that stores information about what a user can and can't do with a record or a collection. Second, there's the permission set. Now this applies permissions to the user's ability. For example, the default Solidus stock management permission set will allow any user with that permission set to manage stock items. And then the third thing is roles. The role is what connects the user to specific permission sets. So we are going to explore how to create roles. We're going to explore how to apply permission sets to those roles. And then we're going to create our own custom permission set. So we're going to start with an example. Let's say that we have a fulfillment team, and this fulfillment team has a user, fulfillment@example.com. And this user needs to have the ability to display orders on the admin so that they are able to fulfill them. But they also need the ability to manage users. Sometimes users write in and their address is incorrect. They need the ability to change that or reset their password. They also need the ability to create other fulfillment users so that as the team grows, they can manage themselves. So we're going to get started with that. First thing we need to do is create a fulfillment role. We'll do that over here in the code. Then we'll find db seeds. We could do this in the console, but we'll just add it to the seeds so that all of our environments have this. So we'll do spree role where the name is fulfillment, first or create. Now this ensures that if the spree role with the name of fulfillment already exists, it doesn't try to create it again. It'll just grab it and move on. So to run this, we're going to head over to our terminal and run bin rails db seed. This is going to load in all of the spree seeds, attempt to create or find everything that exists. I've already run this in the past, so all of this stuff already exists. It'll ask me if I want to add an admin user. I'm going to tell it no because we already have one. So we'll put no here. And that's it. The fulfillment role was created. We can apply it to a user. But before we do that, we want to go ahead and apply a permission set to the role. And we're going to do that under the spree.rb config file. So if we scroll down a bit to the permission set line, you can see that we already have an example here. So let's just uncomment that. Now it accesses config roles and then attempts to assign permissions to a given role name. So we'll just put our role name in there, fulfillment, and I'll break this out for better visibility. And the permission set that we want to apply is spree permission sets order display. Now this is going to allow any user with a fulfillment role to display an order on admin, any given order on admin. So let's test that out. We're going to start our server. All right, head over to the tab that I've got an admin user loaded in. We're going to go to the fulfillment@example.com user. And then just give it the fulfillment role. And that's all we need to do as this user. Heading over to this other tab, I am already logged in as the fulfillment user, so we're going to go ahead and access admin. You can see that we have access to the orders tab, but none of the other tabs. So if we go to this unshipped order here, we can see that we have the ability to see what's in the order and take a look at the customer and adjustment details and all of that, but we aren't able to actually edit anything. We can just see it and that's it. So that's great. That's the first part of this handle. The other part is we need some user permissions. To do this, we are going to create our own permission set. So we'll just define the name here, my app, permission sets. And we will call this custom user management. All right, so now we actually need to create a file for that, which we're going to do under models. We'll create a new folder called my app, and then another new folder called permission sets. Navigate there, create a new file, and we will call this custom user management.rb. We're going to go ahead and mark this up with frozen string literal true, module my app, module permission sets, and then class custom user management. This is going to inherit from spree permission sets base. All right, so we only need to define one method here, and that is activate exclamation point. And this is where we perform our logic. So we say that we want anybody with the custom user management permission set, we want them to be able to manage spree user, but we only want them to be able to manage spree user if that user isn't an admin. We don't want them to be able to edit any admin users. So we're going to pass in a block with user, and then whenever this permission is checked, it will check it against the individual user that they're trying to access. So we can pull up a list of admin users like this, spree user admin, and we just want to check to see if this list excludes the user that is being accessed. So with this, the fulfillment user can edit any user except for an admin user. The other thing that we want them to be able to do is create other fulfillment users, and to do that they need to be able to manage spree roles. So can manage spree role, but we don't want them to be able to edit the admin role. So we're going to pass in an active record query as the third parameter here. And any valid active record query will work, but here we just want to check to see if the name is fulfillment. So with this, they can manage any spree role that has the name fulfillment. And that's it. That's all we had to do. We have our custom permission set. It is applied to the role, and if we go ahead and restart our server, we should be able to see this in action. All right, our server is up and running. We're going to head back to our fulfillment user, refresh the page. And you can see that we have this users tab here, so we're going to go ahead and click on that. All right, so we have edit abilities on users, but not the admin user. If we click on the admin user and try to go to the edit page, it will throw an authorization failure error, so that's great. Let's go ahead and try to edit user@example.com. You can see that we have the ability to give them the fulfillment role, but not the admin role. If we head over to addresses, we're able to apply any addresses or address changes that we want to make. So that's it. That's how you create custom roles and permission sets in Solidus. I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or make sure to say hi to us on our Slack channel at slack.solidus.io. As always, we have some useful documentation in the description, so go ahead and check that out. Bye.